Conservation subdivision design is a method of laying out a residential development. So the first things that are noted are the parts of the property that give it special character. We use a four-step design process that begins with the elements of the property that are the most important to preserve in terms of its character. And step two is to locate the houses around those elements that you want to preserve. The third step is to connect those house positions with streets and roads. And the fourth step is to draw in the lot lines. And this essentially reverses what most engineers do. They begin with the streets and end with the lot lines and really don't consider any of the features of the property except the ones that are totally unbuildable. In a conservation subdivision, you can orient everyone's house, either front or back or both, toward open space.
When we have a balance between good residential development and protection of open space, it provides benefits in a variety of ways. We have improved habitat for wildlife. We have less chemicals going on the ground to maintain lawn. And over time, it's less expensive for the municipality. We don't have to mow it as frequently, and it provides better connection to nature for residents who are hiking and walking their dogs and just wanting to get out.
Conservation subdivisions are people-friendly in a way that conventional subdivisions are not. And I think that's very important. And when children have the opportunity to walk in trails, they learn about nature firsthand in a way that they really never do in large lot conventional subdivisions. In London Grove, the township had an extremely good example of conservation subdivision design, which resulted in the creation of the township's first public park at no cost. It preserved a stream valley, which was not only protected, but regenerated with forest buffers that had not been there before.
Our trees and our woodlands are so important to protect our water quality. When we look at any stream corridor, we look at that area along the stream, and that's called a riparian area, a riparian buffer. And the more natural vegetation that can be left and the wider that buffer is, the better we can protect our streams from runoff from strong storm events and pollution that might otherwise make its way to the stream. This absolutely helps us as we have a changing climate and we're seeing more dramatic storms more often, higher rainfalls that come in a shorter period of time. Lawns and areas that have been paved over tend to transmit all of that water into our streams and rivers and increase flooding. Natural areas like this, they act as sponges and they soak that water up and they prevent a lot of the flooding that would otherwise occur.
Conservation design has a number of long-term benefits. It should be fully understood that the open space that has been preserved will be put under a permanent conservation easement, preserved in perpetuity. If you want your township to look much more in the future like it does today, the only way you can do that is through conservation design.